Hello and welcome to the Missing and Tattooed podcast. This is season 1, episode 3. A very mysterious phone call. A woman goes out in the dark and she's never ever seen again. It's the mysterious disappearance of Barbara Frame. Also, a man goes to a party at a mansion with 200 other people. 199 of them came back just fine, but he's missing. It's a mysterious case of Keith Crawford. Barbara Frame. Barbara was 38 years old when she disappeared from Zanesville, Ohio on January 30th, 1985. Barbara Frame's life was pretty uneventful. She married a man from her neighborhood. They had 3 children. She was a stay-at-home mom and the president of the PTA. She loved to cook and sew, and her kids were everything to her. Regrettably, her idyllic life didn't last. It all fell apart in 1979 when her marriage of 15 years ended in divorce. It was a hard time for her, but she kept going, and a few months after the divorce, she met the man who would become her second husband. They married a year after her divorce. Unfortunately, after 4.5 years, this marriage too ended in divorce. During this time, her mother was seriously ill and hospitalized, and in fact died only 4 days after Barbara's disappearance. January 30th, the day of her disappearance, started off normally. By midday, a light snow had begun to fall, adding to the 8 inches of snow already on the ground. Temperatures were near freezing. When Barbara arrived home from work that day, around 4:30 p.m., she saw that a piece of ice had broken out one of the bedroom windows, letting all the cold air in. She was wanting to get the window fixed before they went to bed that night and still have time to spend with her mother at the hospital. She was home about 15 to 20 minutes and was getting ready to fix dinner for her 3 children and herself when the phone rang. It was from someone who said they were her lawyer. They told her she had to come right away to an appointment about her recent divorce. Her family doesn't know if the appointment was changed that day or what was going on, but they said Barbara seemed surprised about having the appointment so soon. She told her 3 children she would be back soon to make them dinner. When she left, she only took her purse. She left all her other belongings at her home. She walked out of the back door into the darkness. She never arrived at her attorney's office, nor did she ever return home. The appointment turned out to be fake. The lawyer said there was never an appointment for that day, and she was not at his office. Within a few hours of her leaving the house, a frantic search began for her in the freezing rain. Her car was found the next day across the street from where she was employed. Her mother and father both died, never knowing what had happened to Barbara, but her children and her family members are still searching for her and won't stop until she's been found. Foul play is extremely likely in this case, and because of that, it would be helpful to the family if hunters, hikers, dog walkers, etc., in the Muskingum County area would keep an eye out for anything suspicious, clothing, bones, etc. This case has been recently reopened by the Ohio Cold Case Bureau and is an active investigation. When Barbara was last seen, she was 38 years old. She was 5'6" and about 130 pounds. She has brown hair and green eyes. She has a linear scar on her lower abdomen. She was wearing long pants, tennis shoes, shirt, and a coat. If you've seen Barbara or have any information about her disappearance, please call Sergeant Taylor at the Zanesville Police Department at 740-455-0700, or We Help the Missing tip line at 866-660-4025. Her daughter has 2 Facebook pages dedicated to finding her mother. The first one is www.facebook.com/pages/helpfindmissingbarbara-frame. And the second one is www.facebook.com/groups/helpfindbarbara-frame. Her daughter also has a Twitter page dedicated to helping find her mother. It's http://twitter.com/barbframe1. Keith K. Crawford. Keith is a 36-year-old man that is missing since August 9th, 2014 from West Dundee, Illinois. Keith left his house about 9 p.m. He had decided to go with his neighbor to a party at a mansion off of Illinois Route 31 near Miller Road by the Fox River Shores Forest Preserve near West Dundee in Kane County. The party turned out to be a huge event with more than 200 people attending it. By all accounts, the party went well and there were no disturbances. At 2 a.m., Keith used his cell phone to call someone. That is the last time anyone has heard from him. It's believed he left in someone else's car from the party. At around 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, his mom noticed that Keith wasn't home yet. but didn't start to worry until Monday morning when he still hadn't come back with her car and she had to go to work. Two of Keith's friends decided to go out looking for him. They found the car still parked outside of the house where the party had been held. The car doors were locked and there were no sign of a disturbance. His family and friends said that he was close to his 5 kids and was a very involved father. They don't believe he would just leave them. He had plans to go to Florida to see his girlfriend and 2 children at the end of August. He had no reason to leave, and since August 9th, his cell phone has not been used and his bank account has not been accessed. Police believe that foul play is a high probability in this case. There's an ongoing police investigation into his disappearance. Keith Crawford is slightly under 6 foot tall. He weighs 210 pounds. He has a muscular build, a medium complexion. His hair is cut very close to his head. He has a mustache. He also has quite a few tattoos. He has a broken tombstone with R.I.P. to the old me on the inner side of his right arm. Also on that arm is the Chicago skyline with stars behind it. Underneath it is the word perseverance. On his left arm is a cross with longevity written underneath it. Keith likes to wear baseball caps and is rarely seen without one. He was last seen wearing jeans, a tan jacket, black gym shoes, and a black baseball cap. He was driving a Toyota Matrix 2009 gray hatchback. Family and friends have done one search for Keith themselves and another one is planned. This is what they have to say about the help that they need to search for him. We have a friend that is missing. We have tried to get media attention and we are not having much luck. Today, some of his friends and family members attempted to search in the Bruner Family Forest Preserve near where he was last seen in West Dundee, Illinois. We didn't have any police assistance, community volunteers, professional help, or equipment. It borders the Fox River. We are in desperate need of professional help, local law enforcement, and some guidance, as well as cadaver dogs and boats. We also need to search the Fox River Shores Forest Preserve as well as the river itself. Please, we need police, firefighters, and maybe military-trained volunteers to assist us and maybe provide us with some guidance as how to perform the search, as well as some of the equipment we need. We are literally just out there in the tall brush and cornfields with sticks. We also need community volunteers. So if you're in the West Dundee area and can help with the search, please go to their Facebook page. The page that is mostly concerned with the search is called Bring Keith Home. And also there's been a Facebook page set up with him that's called Keith Crawford. He's been missing for 2 months, and while there's still a good chance that he's alive, people should still be on the lookout for mounds of dirt, places where the ground has been disturbed, any clothing that they might come across. This is an open police investigation, so if anyone has seen Keith or knows what's happened to him, they should call Bartlett Police Department at 630-837-0846. If you like this podcast, you might consider liking us on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/missingandtattooed. We also have a YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/user/missingandtattooed. Thank you so much for listening.